Yash, how many of you actually really know this and believe this, though? That you're powerless over your own spiritual awakening. Okay? What do I mean, though? You're also powerless over trying to spiritually awake, though. This is the other thing. Got to have both. When I say I or you are powerless over your spiritual awakening, we have to look. We have to look at what and who is trying to wake up. What is it? Is it the consciousness, the pure consciousness that's trying to wake up? The consciousness in which this whole trying to wake up thing, spiritual practice, meditation, etc., that trying, like when you're doing meditation, when you're doing spiritual practice, when you're doing introspection, you're doing all this, taking classes, the one that's doing that, is that the pure consciousness? Or is that happening inside the pure consciousness? Right? You're aware. If you do meditation, you're aware. Something's aware, like, whoa, this was a good meditation. I was like, I didn't have many thoughts. Next day, meditation, I had more thoughts. So something must be beyond meditation. What's meditating then? What's trying to wake up? You can say the localized, individualized consciousness that has merged with the body-mind. That's trying to wake up. But I'm saying you got to surrender to the fact that can't wake up. How can it? It by default is housed in duality. How's it going to wake up? See that thing of constant kind of trying and effort and remaining vigilant, it never ends. It's always going to be there, and it has to be. It's part of the game. Well, what the hell's waking up then? It's waking up, but it's never going to get totally awake. We got to surrender to that. That's what I'm saying. It's in the process of continuously awakening. I said something before, see, because I want to make balance. Not only, so this human construct self that's trying to wake up, it can never totally wake up. And it's powerless over the fruits. It's just powerless. It's, man, like, we got to surrender everything. Because it can't control the results that it's even getting from the spiritual practice in trying to wake up that it's doing. You can make effort. There's people make effort for decades and don't get anywhere hardly. But you also have to surrender that you can't stop trying either. So it's like, what's going on? Is this show running itself or what? Yeah, it is. So what happens in this awakening process, even though I said the localized consciousness that's identified with the body-mind, that even I said that will never totally wake up, and it's going to continuously have this so-called job to keep reflecting on its pure nature. What happens, and we call this awakening, the identity with this one who's trying to wake up, the belief and identity in that, thinking that's really who you are, that starts to dissolve. So then your spiritual practice and vigilance, it's still there, but it's like there's less identity with it. You don't claim that to be who you are anymore. You're truly coming in to the realization that this show is running itself. This is what I'm saying. But the level and the depth of that realization, we got to surrender. We got to surrender to when that's going to come, how that's going to come. It's just going to come. Or it's going to get woke up. It's already there somewhere, but it's like dormant. it's the realization of this truth or principle. It starts to flower more and more and more and more and more through evolutionary process, which you can't buck or skip totally. It's just playing out like that. We cast ourselves in our own movie that we've written, and now we're playing it as though like we don't know what's going to happen. That's part of the game. We're supposed to. We don't know what's going to happen from moment to moment. On a higher dimension, there is no time or space. The whole time is happening at the same time. But for this 3D dimension, this virtual reality segment, we've spliced time all up. So we don't know. Like next moment, oh, this is a new moment. Oh, this is another moment. Oh, wow, I was born. And look at all these moments. Oh, I'm dying. On a higher level, the birth and death is happening at the same time. It's already happened. We don't need to get into that, though. See, the mind likes that. It's like, yeah, it wants to understand that. And then, but how's the mind going to understand that? Intuitively, we can intuit these things. There's a dog, and the owner is trying to call the dog because he doesn't know I like dogs. Actually, the first things I buy when I go somewhere new, like here, is water to make my tonics, that you can see on my other channel, True Health. Fruit, because I like that electricity that I get. It makes the body-mind more balanced, and in the localized consciousness, it makes it easier for it to disengage from the bodies. Thus, it can reflect on itself easier. It's a long-winded answer why I like fruit. Third thing, dog food. That's what I buy. Because I like to feed all the dogs. I like the stray dogs and all that. It's fun. That's what I do for fun on the weekends and at night. I like it. Maybe it's some way the higher self is working off karma for the way I used to treat animals not too good when I was, 4 or 5. I used to like to put the little cat on the ceiling fan. Didn't get hurt, but I think it got dizzy. Anyway, so what was the topic? Surrender that you can't awake. And also surrender that you can't stop trying to awake. See, that's a paradox. The mind don't get that, but intuitively you get it. Something. I know some of you do. This is my favorite channel, kind of. Now, I like them all, actually. But what I'm trying to say, here's what I'm trying to say. I can say anything on this channel. I can get as deep as the consciousness can express in this moment. I don't have any filters or edit button. That's what I'm saying. So that's why I like this channel. And there's some of you that get it. I can tell by your reply. You're like right there. That's cool. That's why I made the channel. You can't like force yourself to get there. Ask yourself, how did you get there? Do you even know? How did I get here? Where's here? What are we talking about? Levels of consciousness? How did I make that happen? I didn't do anything. It's happening. It's all happening. So the point of saying that is to chill when the mind starts saying like, oh man, when am I going to get it? Like, why didn't I get it? Or if the mind says, I got it. You got to talk on both sides. It's a dualistic thing. You can't just do one or the other. Otherwise, you're imbalanced. It means your realization is not complete. You got to talk on both levels. Oh man, when am I going to get it? Oh man, I got it. Yeah, both isn't really true. Who's saying I got it or I didn't got it and don't have it? Neither one's true. It's still the mind interpreting things and then giving an answer. Mind interprets things very narrow, limited way. It misses stuff. Those who are saying, "Oh, when am I going to get it?" Next second, next day, all of a sudden you could come into grace could bless you with some boon, and all of a sudden, like, whoa, I feel super spacious and light right now. And then guess what's probably going to happen? The same mind that says you didn't get it, it's going to say now you got it. And then guess what's going to happen? You're going to seemingly lose it. This is the process. This is the play. We got to go through this. We got to, Muji talks about the pendulum. I got it. I lost it. You got it. Something that's part of the evolution. And then at some point the realization comes like, wait a minute, there's no getting it, there's no losing it, nothing. But don't just repeat that because somebody said it. That's fake too. Something inside realizes it. You don't really speak about it unless it comes in the moment to share. That's it. Have a good day.